Hi, and thank you so much for joining me today for day 29 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christie's Beautiful Life. And today's sketch was created by Suzanna Lee. And you will have seen this at the beginning there. It has 4 photos running down the left-hand side of the sketch. And so I've chosen 4 photos of our family holiday this summer, one of each of the 4 of us. And I'm using Heidi Swapp Sun Chaser for this. I'm just left with bits of this paper now, so you can see me here building up the mat on the left hand side to add the photos onto. And I've literally just pulled out these strips that I have left from the 12x12 and 6x6 papers there. And now I'm happy with the placement. I'm going to start loosely gluing those down, and then I'll bring out my sewing machine and sew them all together with some stitching in a blue thread, just to add some texture and dimension to the layout. And now those are all glued down, I'm just going to trim the bottom piece that's overhanging, and then I notice another strip in my little pile there that I just want to add to the end here. So just popping it under and checking that I'm happy with the way it'll look with all the photos, and that it is worth putting it there as well, because it will be predominantly covered, so I just want to check that it's definitely worth adding that. But it does add something to the top and bottom, so it does get added. So here it is all stitched up. I just used a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch just to add some texture, as I say, and I'm really happy with that. So just going in again with the photos just to check that I'm happy with the placement. You'll see I do this an awful lot. It's just giving me time to think and also check that I haven't made any silly mistakes. And now I'm going to go around each of the photos with an emery board, a nail file, and just scuff up the edges. I didn't want to add photo mats because these are already overlapping one another quite a lot, so I didn't want to add any more bulk to the edges of the photo, but I wanted to define each of the photos, so you can see that just takes the colour off the edges of the photos and just gives them a bit of definition. So just trimming off the excess threads now before I stick this piece down onto the cardstock, and then I can start embellishing. In fact, I add the double-sided tape at this point, and then I don't actually stick it down just yet because I want to add some mixed media to the background. And today I'm going very, very light on the mixed media. I'm just pulling out one of the stencils from the Sun Chaser collection. It's the one with the spots on, and just using the yellow that's left over on my yellow dauber, I'm just going to daub over that middle part section of the layout. This is the one I mean, and you'll see there's plenty of yellow left on that dauber from previous work, so just going through sections of the stencil very lightly, just to add a tiny bit of yellow, and it just brings in like that sunshine feel to the layout. So that's that done, very quick and easy. And now I can glue this down. So just using double-sided tape, it gives a really good stick, and because it's all stitched together I'm not too worried about it coming apart. So down that goes, just using the edge as a guide. And again, trimming any bits off that are hanging over. Once again, coming in with my photos. As I say, do this an awful lot. And just checking the placement. And I don't want to cover up all those lovely zigzag stitches that I've got there on that yellow piece of paper. So I'm just being careful when I position them. And I don't want them all to be in a line as well. So just checking. I'm happy. So now I'm happy with that. I'm going to go with my 25mm Sticks 2 foam pads. These are sold on a giant roll and they're still going. I've been using them on practically every layout and they seem to be lasting forever. So I just tear off a strip to use each time I need to use them. And they're really easy to peel off, and they've got an overhang on the paper that you peel off the top, so very easy. So just getting all these 4 photos down, and then I can start with the other bits and pieces that I'm going to add. And this layout came together really quite quickly. I was very pleased. I'm using all the bits from Sun Chaser. I don't think I've added anything else, maybe a flare badge from Hey Little Magpie, but that's it. So just checking, as I say, with the placement, and that I've got equal distance more or less at the top and the bottom of the photos, and I do add something to that later on. And there goes the last one of James. So just trying to tidy up as I go. Look at that. Am I learning? And I love these. These are cut aparts, that relax square that I've got there. I think they're really nice. So I just cut those out of a 12x12 paper. And just scuffing up the edges with my nails. I don't want to do too much distressing because apart from the photos, I haven't done a lot of distressing today. So I don't want to go crazy with it now. But just giving it a bit of texture because it's laying up against those photos. And then this tag is again from one of the cut apart sheets, and my title is going to be Chill in the Sunshine. So I've chosen these 2 words from the Puffy Word 6x12 sticker sheet, Chill and Sunshine, and then I'm coming in with some tiny Lily Bee stickers from years and years ago to put in on, and the blue matches perfectly with the blue in the papers of the Heidi Swapp Sun Chaser. So just using my T-ruler to make sure that everything goes on straight. Even when I do that, it doesn't always, but I try my best. And you'll see in a minute that dot on these stickers, they're such tiny stickers. It was a real pain to get off. I had to use the edge of my cutter bee scissors and try and oik it out and get it on the layout. I really could do with my craft knife, but I was just too lazy to reach in for that. So there's the in there, and then adding the sunshine, and almost forget the dot from this as well. These are a bit of a fiddle to get off the backing sheet, but if you just leave them to relax, they spring back into place. So you can see I'm just letting it just drop onto the layout without stretching it at all. I absolutely love these title stickers. I hope American Crafts come out with more. I know they always have them in the Vicky Bootin collections, but she always does black. And it's nice to have these in these ombre colours for the summer. So there's that dot for the eye. And then when I reach for this sheet, I realise I've left that little dot for the eye and sunshine, so that gets added. And there are puffy stickers galore on this sheet, little sprinkle bits. So I'm just taking the hearts that are around these title pieces and just adding them to that left-hand mat. And now I'm going to start working, I think, on that right-hand cluster. So first of all, punching out the hole in this tag. And I toy with putting it down at the bottom there, but I want it on the right. There isn't anything on the sketch on the right hand side here, but having that title there in the middle, I just felt that it needed something. So this is where I start playing with bits. As I say, I've cut these apart. I've almost run out of ephemera from this collection now. I think I've got a tiger and some other random pieces. So I cut apart what I could from the 6x8 and 12x12 papers. I love this tag that says chillax, and I really like that it's brought the black into it. The photo of Ross, the background is quite dark, so bringing that black in is really nice. I like this piece. It's just a part of a cut apart that was left on a 12x12 sheet that says telegram, and then there's this tag that says yay, which I hope to get in, but it doesn't make it in the end. But I do go as far as punching the hole. At first I think I'm going to be able to add it to this cluster, but it just doesn't work. So now into the sticker book. If you've watched my videos, you'll know I do love these sticker books. There's so much in them, they last forever. I've nearly used up this collection, but I've still got loads of these stickers left, but I'll be able to use them on future layouts. They're very generic, they're perfect. So there goes that yay tag, it just wasn't quite right. So going back through the stickers again, I've had a quick flick through the first time, and I decide that I want to use one of these. It's like a Polaroid frame, a slide frame, isn't it? So I put that behind the tag, and now I'm going to start messing about with the positioning. It is a bit of a faff getting this sorted, but once I have, I'm really happy with the cluster. This circle goes underneath there, just to add a different shape. And I am sorry, I've noticed that I definitely work on an angle. I don't know whether that's being left-handed or just the way my brain works, but my layout always seems to slope down on the right-hand side for some reason. So this is one of the word stickers, and it just says make time for sunshine. This is when we just arrived at our hotel on Herm Island, having taken the boat from Guernsey, and we made our way straight to the pool and had a drink brought out to us. It was bliss. A really good start to the holiday. It's a bit of a tradition now when we go there. So tomorrow I'm going to work on a layout, a companion layout for this. I don't like doing double pages. I use ring bind albums, and I don't think a double page really works because they're not close enough together, but I shall use the same papers and have the same feel for a picture of mum and dad on the same day, and I'll make sure that they go next to each other in the album. So just going through this sticker book to see what else I can add, and I find some little clear stickers, some heart stickers, so I overlap those at the top there, and then I'll keep looking through to see what else there is. While I'm doing that, please do make sure that you check the description box down below to see the playlist of everybody else joining in on this hop. It's nearly done now, and there are hundreds of videos to watch and enjoy. And if you like my videos, I'd love it if you give me a like and subscribe. It really does fill me with joy when I see those numbers ticking up. So thank you to everybody who has done so far, and if you keep coming back to watch, I hope I'm not too boring. I've really enjoyed making these videos, and I can't see it stopping anytime soon, so thank you. And here are the ephemera pieces that I was talking about, so there really aren't many left. That little copper label I'd cut part off on a previous layout, and that's going to go at the bottom there next to that relax piece, and then this other cut apart piece, enjoy the now, will go above it. And then I'm going to go through some of the other bits and pieces that I've got there to see what else I can add. And I think probably, Julie, if you're watching, the rest of these pieces are going to come to Aubrey now, because there really isn't very much that I'd want to use, and I'm sure she loves having lollipops and tigers and things in her stash. Definitely something for a preteen, isn't it? So adding this gingham star, it's just overlapping the edge of the page, so I will trim that edge off. And now I'm going to add my journaling. So just right in the middle underneath that title, and it just reads, getting our priorities right, straight off the boat, straight to the pool for a wonderful relaxing drink in the glorious sunshine. And the weather really was glorious. It wasn't very nice when we left Manchester. It was very early in the morning when we left, so it was nice to have some nice sunshine once we got to the island. So just finishing that journaling, and here I am adding a flare. I thought I knew I'd added a flare to this layout. This is just from one of our 49er Market Spectrum Sherbet collections, or is it it could be the Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller, actually, looking at that colour, but it matches perfectly with these papers. So just adding that star, and then coming in with some of my linen thread. I've got a grey linen thread here that I just tie around my tag and fiddle and faff and trail it down to that bottom tag. I'm getting a little bit more confident now doing this. I think you just need to go with it and accept where the thread lands. I don't know. I'll keep trying. So just struggling to get that thread through there. And making sure there's enough slack in the piece that runs from the top tag to this one. So just trying to work out if that one's too long, and it is, so I'm just going to trim the edge off. And now onto the puffy stickers. So I managed to use a couple of pieces from here, that lovely yellow one that says Sunshine Kisses, and that just fills in that circle sticker that I put there nicely and connects the black tag to it. And then I had a little puffy heart there and a semicircle on the side of the photo of me and a pink heart at the top there. I'm just scattering a few bits and pieces. And then into these definition stickers, I love these. And I find a couple to add at the top and bottom of the string of photos. So the one underneath James's photo says chill, verb, slang, to calm down, relax, often followed by out. And then I found another one to go above me, and that says summer, noun, a period of hot, usually sunny weather. So just trimming off the excess there again. And then this piece was hanging out on my desk. I think it might be from 49 and Market or Cocoa Vanilla, I can't remember which. But it says choose happy, and it just fits neatly at the bottom of that little cluster there. So the last job I think is to add my date with my roller date stamp, and that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll leave you with some close-ups at the end, and I shall hopefully see you tomorrow for the next sketch. Almost there now, 2 more to go. Thanks so much. Bye.